Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to Valorant news and plenty to dive into today, especially on the roster front once again. Crazy Racoon, big question marks going on with them at the present time, but also cNed once again hinting at 100 Thieves potential union coming over these coming days and weeks. Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hitting the like button is the best thing you can do. Top this channel recently, people, and please subscribe as well if you have not yet already. Firstly, there's some Crazy Racoon that we saw just a couple of days ago. They of course make some serious roster changes, pretty much releasing the entirety of their roster. A few guys remain. We'll have a look at some of the guys potentially coming into their new team in just a couple of seconds here. But yeah, lots of talk about this of course, because a massive team in the Japanese region. They of course make it to champions. They don't make it out of the groups, unfortunately for them. Had a disappointing performance, frankly, given that a lot of people said, especially in the group they got alongside Gambit, Secret and Vikings, that was very achievable. Secret made it out in the end relatively comfortable, and Raccoon, I'm pretty sure, did not win a series. So of course they needed some upgrades to their team, and ShahZaM, as you can see right here, drops an emoji on the timeline. Whenever anyone drops an emoji on the timeline, everyone looks at it and thinks, okay, could there be something going on right here? Seems like that may actually be the case, as we'll have a look at it in just a couple of seconds. Because well, a rumor right now, Popagachi and May are close to signing with Crazy Racoon. This could be the start of their roster, and Munchkin apparently also returning, as we will have a look at here in a second. Obviously Munchkin, massive name player in that region, definitely well, a lot of talk about whether he could potentially return to that starting lineup, and well, as we saw right there, ShahZaM is in consideration, could also likely join them. So difficult to say right now what the entire roster is going to be. I'll keep you guys updated over the coming days on how this goes, because a lot of these rosters going to have to finalize their teams going into the new year. But of course, well, rostermania has been pretty insane, to be honest, this time around. Maybe not as crazy as it could have been if some of the big North American teams also made some moves, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do so after some difficult results into the new year. But still some big questions as to what some of these top organizations are going to do. This is also from Halo reporting now for Decerto. Munchkin is going to be returning to Crazy Racoon and is raised, right? So exciting stuff, I think, for that roster. Definitely interesting to see the fact that they kind of like, well, gutted their entire team, and then Munchkin makes the return. So cool stuff to see, no doubt. And well, Crazy Racoon trying to build a team that can compete once again going into next year. This also from Bodog. He's been doing some reporting the last several days, and well, Rebo looking to trial with Saw Gaming for VCT 2022. So many organizations, of course, getting involved right now, and Rebo going to Saw seems to be a possibility at the very least. But so many trials go on in these Valorant scenes that it's difficult to say exactly, well, who's going to be confirmed to these rosters in the long term. This also from Purist, right? I'm not sure if this is necessarily a bomb that's happening for, well, on the timeline as opposed to an organization, or whether that's Purist actually joining a potential organization in terms of, well, who he's going to be reporting for, because there's been some, well, talk about this behind the scenes the last couple of days as to what organizations are going to be coming through to make a bigger splash in terms of roster reporting and this type of stuff. And well, maybe it's to do with that, where he might be joining, because we know George Geddes as well as joining somewhere else instead of Upcomer going into next year. But also it could be an actual organization, right? Maybe there's a ticking time bomb in terms of, well, a massive bomb being dropped for, I don't know, 100 Thieves or something like that could be in the works right now. But of course, nothing coming out too much as of yet. This also from Pora, a player from, well, who was, I believe, on Supermassive Blaze most recently. Turkish player, road to an A, he says. Now, of course, this could be entirely bait, but there has been a lot of talk lately about how many North American teams might look to bring in some talent from the European region to bolster the rest of their team. And is that going to be necessary to take these guys to the next level? Especially we see it from 100 Thieves, apparently bringing Eccles into their roster, and maybe looking at some other talent as well. Like, well, Pora could be an option to consider. You can see right here on the VLR.GG page on, well, Supermassive Blaze most recently. Hasn't played a competitive game in quite some time, but still definitely a very talented player from that region that, you know, a lot of North American teams right now seem to be thinking, look, can we get some of these guys in? Is it actually going to be cheaper to do so, right, than buying out some of the North American guys that have massive contracts from that region right now for some reason, and massive buyouts for other organizations? So maybe a possibility going on right there. This also then from cNed I wanted to mention real quick, because I thought it was kind of interesting, frankly, just given the whole rumors that we've been discussing the last couple of weeks as to where cNed is going to go. Now, of course, look, it seems to be the case, at least the current rumor is, he will be re-signing to Ascends. That, of course, is nothing of a real surprise, but still, I mean, 100 Thieves were in consideration. 100 Thieves, I'm sure, were looking at cNed and thinking, look, if we can pay him a bag to get him off this roster, like, and bring him in as a new star player to the lineup, like, that really could be a good feature of, well, of this team going forwards, because they still need a fifth player right now, if Eccles is even their fourth player as the IGL that we've talked about the last couple of days. Now, I did just think this was kind of interesting that he tweets out from back in Stage 3 Masters in Berlin, where, of course, Ascend in the quarterfinals got completely crushed by 100 Thieves to lose this series. And I wonder if this this as like kind of what he's indicating. This is still in his head to some degree, and he's still maybe, you know, thinking about 100 Thieves on a regular basis. As a result of this, does that mean anything about him joining the organization? Not necessarily, but you know, some of the replies were kind of interesting. So we're seeing it says, you know, did you ever get over that? You know, which one, right? Today, of course, tweets this out, the 12-7 comeback that 100 Thieves made to 14-12. If you guys aren't familiar with this series, here it was. This is back in Masters Berlin in the quarterfinals. 100 Thieves played Ascend, and game 1 went to Ascend. They went at 1-0 in the series, and then game 2, Haven went the way of 100 Thieves. It was 13-8 that front, and then it was Breeze final map, and Ascend were up 12-7, one round away from winning this and knocking at 100 Thieves, going through to the next round. And well, an incredible comeback came through from 100 Thieves. The team at the time, of course, being Steel, Ethan, Hiko, Nitro, and Asuna. And well, they win it 7 rounds in a row to win this game here on Breeze and knock Ascend out of the tournament. Now, some of the replies right here were kind of interesting. Thanks to Bobo with a hoodie for kind of pointing this out to me. But as you can see, there was a tweet right here from Eccles, which has now been deleted. I'm not sure what it said, but there was a tweet from Eccles right here. So we can see that, as you can see, replying to. So he did reply to this. Of course, that meant to be a player at 400 Thieves right now. And also this tweet from Jovi, right, an analyst right now for 100 Thieves Valorant, right? So definitely some indications, or at least some hints, that there could be still something going on right here. I still don't think it's going to be the case, but there still has been some talk, lots of nice 4s in the numbers right here. Shame that's not 44, but maybe the talks are continuing right now behind the scenes. I kind of doubt it, but well, it's difficult to rule some of this stuff out. Wanted to mention this also from Liquipedia Valorant. They come out and confirm that the stage 1 confirmations for challenges in Indonesia has been confirmed. So $25,000 prize pool, 3 teams advancing to APAC playoffs. So if you guys are kind of unfamiliar with how this is going, I'll share this guys for you on screen if you guys want to pause it or whatever, if you're particularly interested in this type of stuff. But this is the plan for the Indonesian region into the APAC playoffs. 3 teams go there, of course, into stage 1 Masters. So well, lots happening, I'm sure, with challenges over the coming months, but still the rostermania questions have to be decided over the coming days as well. This is also from Knights Arena, absolutely stacked for our Frozen Knights Gauntlet. There's a fair few tournaments going on right now. These are some of the teams getting involved in this particular one, going live, I believe, sometime later today if you guys want to tune into it. But definitely some interesting teams in here. For example, you know, BBG Academy, Cloud9 Academy, for example. Always interesting to keep your eyes on, because sometimes these rosters, the academy teams are the main rosters, can be some of these players that get picked up to the starting team sooner rather than later. This also, I thought I mentioned real quick from Fionn on Fire, because well, there was some talk from the upcomer yesterday. They did this Valorant Community Awards. Will be voted on over the next 48 hours. If you guys want to get involved, it's obviously pretty entertaining. Streamer of the year, analyst of the year, commentator of the year, social media team of the year. They also did a moment of the year, kind of well, the one I voted for I think was Zoms versus the entire Brazilian scene, but there was a few other good ones on there as well. I'll leave a link down below if you guys want to kind of vote in this, and we'll see what the community thinks in general for how things have gone for this entire season. And just this nice little clip from Weeded to finish out the video. But very much intrigued to your thoughts and all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hit in a like button. Tell us the YouTube gods this is a good video, and as like you should see it as well, and help grow the competitive Valorant community. Thank you as always, take care, and I will see you next time.